Hello, everyone. My name is Neil Dardis. Today we'll be talking about the company Edward Jones. So a little bit about Edward Jones. Edward Jones is a financial company founded in 1922 in the city of St. Louis, Missouri. The firm was founded by the man himself, Edward D. Jones. Him and his company started as a single office and now has branched out to be a nationwide firm working with millions of clients in the United States and Canada. The firm has more than 19,000 advisors working for the company and manages almost $600 billion in client assets. With the increased amount of clients Edward Jones is dealing with, we can see the amount of growth the company has experienced since its humble beginnings. According to their website at edwardjones.com on their About Us page, they compete with the top rated companies because they are a privately owned company, and Edward Jones focuses on personal relationships with their clients in order to make them feel like they are part of a family. Now looking at their corporate responsibility strategies. So when looking at Edward Jones corporate social responsibility strategies, to summarize it, we should look at the company's purpose impact areas. These are including partnering for lasting financial strength, promoting healthier futures, and advancing inclusive growth. Now, linking these core values to their overall strategy, Edward Jones's website mentions their four main core values, which consist of their clients' interest. They become first priority, while also believing in a quality-oriented, long-term investment philosophy. They also value working in a partnership. And finally, individuals and their contributions are valued and respected. When looking at core values compared to their corporate social responsibility strategies, we can see that partnering for lasting financial strength directly correlates with the core values of having quality-oriented long-term investment philosophy and valuing working in a partnership, promoting healthy futures is correlated with valuing clients' interest coming first, and advancing inclusive growth correlates with individuals and their contributions are valued and respected. Talking about their environmental practices. So we're looking at a company's environmental practices, corporate sustainability. We can see Edward Jones is focused on helping our planet as well as helping clients financially. Edward Jones focuses on creating a positive impact on the environment by reducing their carbon footprint, reducing their compost waste and their landfill waste, and making sure they recycle. Edward Jones has also collaborated with Arbor Day Foundation, where they planted over 10,000 trees in many cities throughout the United States. Edward Jones has also taken a focus on green landscaping in order to welcome 7 different types of butterflies, bees, and birds in the springtime. It can be seen that the company makes sure to take the time out of their day to make sure they give back to the planet and local environments. So now talking about the company's social practices. So when we look at Edward Jones's social practices, we can see they put their colleagues and other people before themselves. This selfless way of running a business as the company is seeing tremendous steps towards finding success in their industry. Edward Jones' social practices include the company's disaster relief fund, where they improve the lives of 40 associates and their families by donating $242,000 to families who were affected by natural disasters in the past year. The company also improves colleagues' lives with comprehensive benefits. Some of these benefits include flexible work policy, financial education to families, firm profit sharing, and a 16-week parent leave policy. All these social practices show that Edward Jones cares about their colleagues and people who are within the company. When looking at their economic practices, we can see their economic practices impacting the United States and Canada due to their 68 presence in these two countries. With this amount of representation, Edward Jones has significantly impacted a combined GDP of $25.4 billion in both the United States and Canada. the company has also produced $18.7 billion in labor income, and 163,835 jobs are supported by Edward Jones in both the US and Canada. Edward Jones also economically gives back to the community by creating 1.8 jobs for the community for every job the company directly creates. So looking at the company's social impact, first we're looking at their community service. And Edward Jones has done a lot of community service over the past year, including planting over 10,000 trees with the Arbor Day Foundation that was stated in the environmental practice slides, but as well as supporting East Valley Youth, where the company helped run after school programs, and taught kids the importance of budgeting. They also were a part of Dollars Were Doers and Charitable March. It was a program in Canada where the company raised more than $2 million for the organizations. And Edward Jones has also shown support for Walking to End Alzheimer's Disease event. And they pledged they would raise $50 million for research. And this money would go to take care for people with Alzheimer's. Next, looking at the quality of life for employees. So looking at Edward Jones employees' quality of life, we can see that 90% of the people who work there are happy with their job compared to the national average of 57%. Another survey says 94% of employees at Edward Jones feel welcome at the company, and they're proud to say that they work for them. And looking into their DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, Edward Jones has worked a lot to improve their diversity, equity, and inclusion programs by recruiting all types of talent, regardless of a person's background, experience, or perspectives. Some DEI programs are the DEI 365, where it helps people understand diversity, equity, and inclusion, while also giving employees year-long programs and for future learning opportunities. Edward Jones also has the annual DEI conference. This is where colleagues meet and discuss, and they're also recognized for their accomplishments for making their workplace more inclusive. Looking at Edward Jones's triple bottom line impact. So overall, looking at Edward Jones' triple bottom line impact, we can see that the company's environmental metric is to help the earth with reducing the company's carbon footprint while planting trees and gardens to help the ecosystem grow. The company's social metric is to help their fellow colleagues and increase their quality of life while they're in need. And then finally, the company's economic metric, which is increasing the amount of employment opportunities in both the United States and Canada. And would I work for this company? So after looking at all the metrics of the triple bottom line, I conclude that I would love to work at this for a company like this. Edward Jones simultaneously meets all three dimensions of corporate social responsibility. It really seems like the company cares for the employees by giving them benefits in need, as well as they treat clients in a friendly manner where they make them feel like they're a part of a family. I personally love this approach to running a company, and I believe Edward Jones will continue to grow as a firm. So these are my references. So I have two parts to them. And thank you for listening to this presentation. I hope you learned something new about the company Edward Jones.